Hello, 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 everybody. My name is Sonia Marie, and I'm happy to be here, happy to be alive, happy to service you in a way in which I share information that comes through me, astrologically speaking, and full of light and love and spirit. What's going on with everybody as everyone is being notified, and those people that are checking this video after the fact? Let me make a couple of announcements before I say hello to the folks. I don't know if you know that I wrote a book. I would love for you to go ahead and purchase that thing. There's the link is in the description box right below this video. So go on and get the Signs and Astrological Memoir. I'd greatly appreciate that thing. A girl put a lot of work, sweat, and tears and effort into that thing, and I think you would enjoy it. You definitely will enjoy it. I am fresh off the mountains from Yosemite Valley. Me and my bestest went on up there to check out the spot and to get acquainted with the accommodations, with the neighboring wooded area, with the valley itself, with the national park, putting together and devising an incredible curriculum of workshops and some free time as well, because this particular lodge has some awesome activities in which people can engage in during their free time. I'm going to tell you honestly, first and foremost, let me get down to the way Sonia talks. I didn't want to come back. I'm not going to lie. You ever had one of those moments where you go somewhere, y'all? Hi, everybody coming on in. You ever had one of those moments where you go visit someplace and it's supposed to be for a vacation or work or whatever the case may be, and literally, you're just like, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to abandon my life and just stay right up in the mountains. Nobody would miss me. Y'all wouldn't miss me if I did that. I'd be like, okay, oh, Sonia, she went away. I don't know where she went. She got lost in the mountains with the bears. I didn't want to come back, y'all. What's up, Chanel Flowers? Hi, Tinjun. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, Nicole. What's up, Nick? What's going on? DJ Shawnee and Danielle is here. Sharita is here. I'm so happy to see y'all. Walaikum salam, William. What's going on? Bijou and Tamiko. I said, hey, Danielle. Yo, when we go to Yosemite, Danielle, man, we was talking about you, me and Lucy, actually. We were saying how dope you are. We are in love with you, me and my friend. Just in love with you and in love with all the sisters that have gone to our retreat. This is our 4th year, y'all. I met we are meeting some wonderful, beautiful, beautiful people during these retreats. I'm not going to tell you, I had Tunde. Okay. Anyway, let me keep saying hello to people and then I'll go into it a little bit further and then we'll run it on down. What's up, Lee? What's going on, April? I'm so happy y'all here. Let me tell y'all something. Hi, Samantha. Jay Walker's here too. And Dope Girl K. Oh my God, I just got that shit. How about all this time I've been saying Doppler? What the hell is wrong with me? Dope Gal K. I got it. I'm glad you got your book, Dee Dee. Good God. I've been getting a couple of reports saying that people are not getting it. The mail system is ridiculous right now, especially on the East Coast. So if anyone purchases a book, they're getting it from Book Baby, not Sonia. Okay. And it's taking a minute to come through. So I'm glad you got it, Dee Dee. I'm dope as fucking auntie. Yeah, that's right. What's up, Tasha? What's going on? So anyway, before we get all into the week and before we start reading people's charts real quick, please have your sun, your rising, and your moon available for a sister to tap on in and read your chart real briefly. I'll pick up maybe 2 people. I want to tell y'all about Yosemite on the real. First and foremost, we're almost booked. I can't believe the response that has come through in regards to this particular retreat. And I say this every year, which is crazy because I'm going to let y'all into my thoughts. What got me really, really thinking is that people want to break out. People want to break out and be connected with people that they almost feel comfortable with, natural with, be in nature, escape their lives, and not just go and drink and have a good time, but like go and refill their souls, replenish their souls. And I'm like, whoa, I was saying to Lucy, I was like, God damn, people are really jumping on this thing. People really need a freaking break. What's up, Gail? How you doing? I'm so excited and humbled to present and organize something like this. Okay. So anyway, from October 20th to the 24th, we're going to Yosemite Valley. Right. Yosemite, I'm going to take a few minutes just to talk about Yosemite, y'all, because it's necessary to know what you're getting into. Sedona was the freaking bomb. If anybody's been to Sedona, no, and that was the past. That was the first 3 years. The Wordlife Astrology Retreat has conducted its retreat in Sedona, Arizona. Awesome. It's beautiful. It's fire. It represents the fire. It represents burning things off. And that's what we did together on 3 different levels. We just burned the past and burned our old self. Well, this year is about building. So I thought maybe we need to be up in the trees. Yosemite is the bomb place for that. These wonderful redwoods and sequoias that are up there. Goodness gracious. And these awesome building tall pine trees, these granite rock formations that will fucking like take your mind away. El Capitan is up there and you can Google it. It's 3,000 feet in the air, y'all, almost incredibly vertical. You understand what I'm saying? So this is time to build. It's time to build on some awesome relationships. It's time to build on the knowledge that we have. It's time to build on the courage that we've been standing on, but have been afraid to kind of unleash it. It's time to let it go in a solid, systematic way so we can get some awesome results from it. And then whatever it is that we get, we share. That's it. Trees share. The earth shares. The earth helps to replenish. That's why we're going to Yosemite. This particular lodge is called Tenaya Lodge. Tenaya Lodge is named after a chief named Chief Tenaya. We're going to do an awesome Native American ceremony for Chief Tenaya because that dude's spirit and his army of folks are still in that goddamn valley. And the reason why I love Tenaya and talking to the employees there, they still give reverence to Native Americans. Now, squirrel, because Sonia is a goddamn conspirator, and I just believe that people are full of shit most of the time, especially the folks that came over here and took everybody. But then they take everybody, they rape their kids, they kill their women and the men, and then they name a hotel after them. Anyway, that's me thinking in my conspirator mind, but y'all know where I'm going. But the bottom line is, though, the ones that are still here, they wasn't here before, and they are doing their best. Those that work there, those that are building this, has this wonderful lodge, which has 2 fucking pools, has 2 jacuzzis, has a game room, has all these awesome activities, horseback riding, endless mountain trails and hikes that we can go on. When I tell you this place is fabulous. Now, here's the other thing, though. It is a lodge. It's a straight lodge. Like there's dead mooses up on the walls and shit. It's a bunch of stuffed ass animals. I'm like, oh, why they do that to the animals? It's a straight lodge, but it's an awesome resort kind of accommodation. They have a bar there. They got a restaurant there, gift shops and all that. But I love the fact that they do pay homage to the Native Americans. And Chief Tenaya, here's a little history. This mug was part of another, he married into another tribe and then realized he was actually from the Yosemites who was in the goddamn valley, the Yosemite Valley, right? So he went back to the Yosemite Valley and was like, yo, my peoples was here. I'm bringing some people there. And then here comes this dude and a bunch of other dudes from the others across the pond. And they start, you know, pushing them out. They called Chief Tenaya the killer because he was defending his land. Yeah, that's how you twist shit, right? But this motherfucker, I'm gonna tell you honestly, he was pushing him back. He didn't go down without a fight. That's the bottom line. The history in which we're gonna share up there, in which we're gonna do a wonderful ritual about, is necessary because as Black and brown people, as anybody that goes and even touches that land, we need to give reverence to them. We need to give some type of apology to them. We need to celebrate them and adore them for their sacrifice. And that's what we're going to do when we get up there, along with self-defense classes and astrology workshops and some yoga, some guided meditations, and etc. So I say all that to say is I do my best to try to rush through this brief little explanation is that if you don't come to Yosemite October 20th through the 24th of this year with us, Wordlife Astrology Retreat, and like I said, it's almost filled. It absolutely is. Go to Yosemite on your own. Truthfully, it's only a 4.5 hour ride from Los Angeles, and you will not be sorry. God lives there. Chief Tenaya lives there too. Chief Tenaya is there. Yo, I just wanted to get that off my heart. I've been dying to give y'all my perspective of this particular lodge, which is somewhat old school, but it's very much a lodge, and it's dope. It's really dope in its own way. And the surrounding area. I've been wanting to talk to y'all about this for a minute. So hopefully, again, if you don't go with me, you'll go by yourself. You need to give homage to these folks that lost their lives for all of us that came over here. And now we're just like building malls and fucking complexes and shit. All right. Get off my high horse about that, and let's talk about this week. This week is an interesting week, and I entitled it Nothing Before It's Time. I started thinking to myself, I think I did a title like that for one of these videos, but sometimes you repeat. But the reason why I said that is because as I was studying for y'all this morning, when I was writing down these pages of notes, I saw the pattern, and the pattern is that this Piscean energy is leaving us, right? Without giving way too many details, this Piscean energy is leaving us because the sun is going into Aries on Saturday. Any Aries in here? Nick is in here. We got Aries season coming on up. This about to take off out the gate, this motherfucker. Like, it's getting ready to take off. So here's the deal. Before you take off, before you become that risk taker, before you say and initiate anything, you kind of have to like sew up the loose ends, so to speak. You kind of have to say to yourself, this Piscean energy is leaving. What did I miss? There's a bunch of different aspects in this week that I'm going to talk to the village about. So please, village, check the extended weekly rundown. Please and very please, because there's specific areas and aspects on each day that's leading up to this moment to say, okay, let's go. Okay, let's jump. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go into Aries season and let's get ready to initiate some things and be bold about that. Before you do that, though, you got to ask yourself these questions. You got to tie up Pisces energy and say, did I intuit everything that I need to intuit? Meaning, have I really sat back and meditated on what my next step is going to be when you jump off that motherfucking mountain, right? And when you jump off into Aries season, have I really sat back and got rid of or started to get rid of any addictive habits? That new moon on Saturday that just passed and hit with Venus and Neptune helped to prompt that. Like, what addictions have you been connected to that you know damn well you need to leave? Because as we go into this new space, this spring equinox, you understand what I'm saying? The new year. To astrologers, Aries season is the new year. It's the beginning of the cycle, spring, summer, winter, fall and then winter. And then it comes back all over again. Did I say that right? Spring, summer, fall, yeah, and then winter. Right? So the bottom line is, as we are leaving the winter, as we are closing this thing out, as we are shedding, as we are continue to be open this week to intuitive things and to our imagination, you understand, to ethereal connections and information, conversations that want to be downloaded from your ancestors and your guides. Have you really stepped into forgiving yourself and other people? Yourself mainly, and other people. Have you really stepped into that? This week is really, really about that. About knowing what areas in your life do you forgive yourself for doing X, Y, and Z, and saying to yourself, I'm going to do my best not to carry that off into the next space. I'm not doing it justice in this moment in time, and I'm doing my best to put words to it. But really, 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 do me a favor. If you don't hear nothing on this freaking rundown, tie up those spaces. Pray. Call your ancestors and your guides and say, what the heck did I miss? What did I miss as we about to go off? Because the worst thing you want to do is walk into a new situation, being that old person, hanging on to petty shit, hanging on to things that weigh you down. We don't have time for the past. And this weekend, there's going to be this awesome, I wouldn't say awesome, but it's going to be a telltale kind of aspect that's going to want you to hold on in desperation to what the past has shown you. Bit by bit, y'all, if y'all don't know by now, over the last year, especially the last 2 years, definitely the last year, we have been forced to unravel who we were. I know I sound so fucking general, but I really want y'all to sit back and really, really think about the things that have been dying to leave and the things that you've been holding on because you've been given rationale for. When we were in the Aquarius season, you were finding reasons and excuses and testing your intellect. Pisces season was saying, yeah, let's forgive ourselves for that. You understand what I'm saying? Let's move in. Let's move into a space of opening up, open-heartedly, accepting who we are, accepting people so we can be unconditional in our space and loving ourselves. And then Aries says, did you do all of that shit? Now let's go. However, wait, in between that is what I'm alluding to is this weekend, there's a moment, there's a desperation to hold on because we're getting scared. You ever want something so bad and then that shit shows up and knocks on your door? It straight knocks on your door and it's like, hey, here I am. And you're like, oh shit, you're here. Yeah, I'm here. And then you call me like 20 minutes ago. Well, it's coming. It's absolutely coming. So you ready for it? Mind, body, and soul? Not only is your house clean, prayerfully you did that this last week, the week before that. We've been doing that in the hut, in the village hut. Not only are we getting our surroundings together, but are you ready? Are you ready to open up to this newness that begs to be a part of your existence? Are you really, really fucking ready? Are you ready to drop friendships? Are you really, really ready to go into a space where you're not even thinking the same things? And you notice when people come up to you and they go, oh, like when they used to talking shit, let's just say that. And they used to talking shit about X, Y, and Z, and you're looking at them. It's not resonating the same with you. It's not hitting you the same like, yeah, but they did the best that they could. And then you say to yourself, God damn, did I just say that? Did that just come out my mouth? Did I just give them a pass? Did I just forgive them? Yeah, you did because you're growing. Because you realize everybody got a fucking story. You can't pass judgment on people because you got a story. Everybody has a story. That's the type of things that are falling off of us, y'all. Our responses to things are no longer the same because we were hiding from ourselves a lot. And some of us continue to do so. But as we move further and further into this age of Aquarius, as things start to open up for us and the mirrors begin to come up alongside of us, we start to see ourselves in other people. There's no way you can continue to blame and point fingers at motherfuckers for doing the same shit that you do. Bottom line, point blank. You cannot point fingers so here's the deal. You know how your mother or your auntie, somebody used to say, the things I was telling Lucy this weekend, the things, you ever notice that the things we get aggravated about and frustrated, that's frustrated in ASL. We get frustrated over is the same shit that we would get, that we have in ourselves. That's your damn homework this week. Y'all want some homework? That's your homework this week. Look at what you get irritated by in another and see if you're doing the same thing, because those are the things that are clearing out now. It's layers. It's like deep into the fifth, sixth, deep in your heart kind of layer. Shit that you don't readily see. Oh, that ain't me. I don't do it like that. Yeah, you do, motherfucker. Record yourself. Record yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Listen to yourself. Pay attention to the communication that's going on around you and see you in somebody else. Do you like it? Don't you like it? Y'all hearing what I'm saying? Yes, yes, y'all. It's too heavy to carry that shit. Tingen, come on now. Were you just saying that, Rob? I'm trying to tell you. We have to move through this, man. We have to move through this. Forgive people. Forgive yourself. Don't respond the same way. It's okay. It doesn't make you a punk. It doesn't make you a punk to sit back and not only forgive somebody, but to understand where they came from, understand their shoes. Now, listen, I was talking to a bunch of white people the other day, and I'm saying it just like that because Sonya's too motherfucking real to be trying to like curtail what I say. It was a table full of white women except me. So we were talking about racial issues and shit like that. I said, you ever thought, because they were really down, the white people, they were really down on the fact that, oh my goodness, racism is this and racism is like this new ass, like racism is new. Racism ain't new. Motherfuckers, stop it. Stop it. It's not new. So here's the deal. So instead of me getting all frustrated by it, I said, have you ever stopped to really want to ask a racist motherfucker, like, why are you racist? Like, what's wrong? Like, what do you want? What's going on inside? And some of y'all must say, hell no, I don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about me. I get that. I absolutely get that. Trust me, that's always in my mind. But at the end of the day, too, if we don't understand what people want, if we don't understand what they're screaming about, we can't understand people, and we can't expect people to understand us. Do y'all get that? Is that fair? You can't stop and listen to, and I'm not saying go on a fucking rampage and go to the South and get with the KKK. Ain't nobody talking about that. But what I'm saying is that it's the power of understanding. It's the power of forgiveness. It's the power of morphing yourself into another one's story. So you can take that wisdom that you gain in those recollections of where they were and who they were, and we can move into this Aries season. We can move into the rest of this year, building some new buildings that has some substance. That has substance, y'all. Substance. How are you going to build new? How are we going to go to Yosemite and build new if you're not building with substance? You're building with the same old thoughts and ideologies. Come on now. I feel like I'm talking to myself today. Are y'all hearing me? It may not be a popular thing to really care about what a racist person may think, or a person who committed homicide may think. But it's pretty radical in the sense that wouldn't you want to know what drives people to this space? So you know what the fuck to look out for, first of all. So you know what to look out for. I'm going on a mad tangent. And I feel like it's necessary. I feel like it's necessary for me to go on this tangent because I'm listening to spirit. So we can start to alter who we are. We can start to see things through different glasses, different perspectives, man. I'm not saying be dangerous and put yourself in the fucking middle of a gunfire. I'm saying start looking at why people do the things that they do. And possibly maybe you can understand. You don't have to like it, but you can understand why they did a thing. That, my friends, is what this North Node in Gemini is about. I love Gemini energy just for that. And Gemini North Node is on its way out too. And then we'll be in a North Node in Taurus. So that's the lesson to get as well. If we're being driven by North Node Gemini energy, which is telling us to not only be dualistic in things, but I love Geminis for the fact that they can see different sides of the freaking coin. They will make another side of the coin just so they can say, well, possibly, maybe they did it because of this. And let's just try to understand the cat so we can have some conversation, so we can get to some understanding. Are y'all getting me? Yes, yes, y'all. We are following the vibration of the North Node. We are following the vibration and tying up the ends of this sun in Pisces, of Venus being in Pisces about to go into Aries, of Mercury going into Pisces today. Is that right? Hold on, let me make sure. Fact check. Yes, Mercury went into Pisces today. So this is how we're thinking. Now we're starting to think more compassionately. This makes sense? Thank you for all the whys. Y'all hearing me. Y'all hearing me. Okay. Right? This is how we tie up all of this energy and stay on motherfucking par. Stay on par. Now, we're human. Things come in. Husbands and wives start to shake shit up. We can't always, and our bosses and our children, they start to challenge us. We can't always stay in the direction of what this energy is propelling us to be more like, ask more questions, understand, be more compassionate and all that. We go off every now and again. So give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. But know where you're going. I suggest, honestly, this is just a suggestion. You can get out of here if you want. But I suggest that we start opening up and becoming more understanding of one another. Only so we can go to the real end or to the real meat of why the age of Aquarius has come around in the first place. And that's to bring everybody together and to see everybody on one accord. Truthfully, it's very, very necessary. I think I'm beating a dead horse, so I'm going to stop and change the vibration in this moment in time and just tell y'all that as we think about this and rally off into this Aries season, I hope y'all get me. As we rally off into this Aries season, Aries says it's time to kick it into gear. Now, here's the thing about Aries season. The sun goes into Aries spring equinox. Actually, Saturday too is the International Astrology Day, by the way. But the sun goes into Aries at 5:37 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Did I say Saturday? I can't remember what I say sometimes. When that sun goes into Aries energy, not only is it a risk taker, not only is it independent, that sun, that Aries energy, but it can be quite reckless, and it's very, very self-centered, very self-centered. So before you move forward into yourself, you need to know what yourself is not. I'm trying to set us up for that. That's what this week is about. Aries says, I'm jumping, but sometimes it jumps self-centeredly. Sometimes it jumps in a very juvenile kind of way too. We're feeling that. I don't care what sign you are. Again, it does not matter what sign you are. It matters that we are getting hit with those Aries vibrations to do things on our own, to be our own motherfucking boss, to start some things, to pop off when we need to pop off. And here's the other thing about that. That moon, I'm sorry, that sun in Aries is going to be in a direct alignment with Mars and Gemini. They like working well together. So again, it's go time. Absolutely go time. But you got to have the right information. But you got to have that rest, like physical rest. But you got to know where you're going. But you got to be able to understand and comprehend people. But you don't have to like all the way like agree with them, but be compassionate enough to maybe give them another opportunity to say, to maybe give them another option. I see where you're coming from, but maybe you can think about it this way. You understand what I'm saying? As we're jumping off, as we're leaving motherfuckers in the dust. If we are individuals that want to move forward and be leaders in what it is that we do, we have to pay attention to the people that are around us. You just can't jump off in every season and be the best that you can do, be the best that you can be for your own fucking sake. It don't work like that. No real leader survives in that way. Does that make sense? You might as well just be a Black Panther walking on the planet and not necessarily adhering to your community. We need to know what everybody is going through. I feel like I'm preaching today. I hope this is making sense to at least one of y'all. That's all that matters. It's just one person gets it. Sometimes it's like that. What's your sun, your moon, and your rise? And then I'm going to get on out of here. This is really passionate. Obviously, I'm just really impassioned by this because I just think that we give each other, we criticize so much. We judge so much. We want people to live according to what it is we think is morally correct. You know, we have these thoughts, these ideas, you know, this crystallized plan in our mind, the white picket fence, this and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we don't realize that a better life sometimes is coloring outside of that box. And coloring outside of that box is including people around you, all types of people around you, all types of ideology, all types of thoughts and feelings and understanding, sexualities, genders, economic statuses. Make sense, April? Thank you for saying that. Because truthfully, sometimes I feel like I'm on my own. I feel like I'm the only one that goddamn believes what I believe. And that's why I started going public and getting on Periscope. That was my first little Periscope kind of broadcast. It was like, I just want to share what's on my mind. And lo and behold, a couple hundred people agree with me. So, hey, there we go. All right. Who is this? I can't remember. I don't think Thick Madam. I don't think we did this before, right? Thick Madam, y'all tell me if because sometimes I can't remember. Thick Madam, did we do a little reading for you before? Somebody come up here and say yes or no. Please be honest. Please be honest. And if you have done a reading, we only been doing this a couple of weeks, but if you have, please don't put your information up. That's not fair. Okay, no? Okay, cool. Yeah, let's be fair to one another. All right, Thick Madam, let's make this happen. I'm not going to write it down this time. Let me see where my memory can help. Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Leo, Rise in Pisces. Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Leo, rising Pisces. You are a performer of some sort. That Leo moon always likes to express themselves in some kind of way, whether it's through the way you dress, whether it's through the things that you say, whether it's you on stage. I love Aquarius energy, but remember, Aquarius and Leo energy are opposites. So sometimes you can feel a little crazed, and I put that in quotes because I'm not really harping on the word crazy. I'm just saying sometimes you feel like you're trying to get some kind of balance between your Aquarius energy, which can be somewhat introverted and all about humanitarianism, and then your Leo energy that's self-centered and doesn't give a fuck, but has a huge ass heart and just wants to be seen. Aquarius energy doesn't want to be seen too much. You know what I mean? It does not like confrontation, which Leo energy, lion, does. It's not to say it does, but it has no problem like really roaring and telling you who it is. So it's that back and forth. It's that balancing act that Aquarius, was that your sun and your moon in Leo was going through. So who you are and then how you express yourself, moon in Leo. But here's the twist. That Pisces rise, which makes you have Virgo on a 7. So that Pisces rise allows you to be the sponge for a lot of different energies that's around you. I've said this to countless clients, especially those that have that Pisces rising, right? Is that Pisces rising is really, really tricky. Why? Because all water signs on the rise, y'all know this, is they're sponges, right? Because water absorbs. Water begets water. So when you walk around with a Pisces rise, Cancer rise, or Scorpio rise, you're absorbing people's energy all day, every fucking day. And it can make you feel really, really crazy. But Pisces rise is just is a different twist on it. Why? Because Pisces rising people would rather self-sabotage. They would rather, when they absorb energies from people, they hold it in. So that Pisces energy holds in the anger, holds in the guilt, holds in the pain from their mother, their family, strangers on the street. And the Aquarius in you, your Aquarius sun, is doing its best to try to figure it out. Utilize that intellectual prowess to try to understand why you're holding on to what you're holding on. But it's honestly, knock on wood, and I'm not putting anything out there for you, okay, baby? But knock on wood, hopefully it's not breaking down your body and your nervous system. You understand what I'm saying? Not making you nervous. It's not breaking out your skin. Understand this, okay? So the bottom line with that Pisces rise is you got to wash off. Did y'all know that Michael Jackson and what's that lady's name? Good God. Whitney Houston both had Pisces rising, right? They went out into the world. They knew exactly, they can intuit what it is that their audiences wanted because of that Pisces rise. So that Pisces rising, you thick madam, makes you intuit people, makes you pull their energies in so you can see what they want and then you give it to them. The Leo moon is like, of course, I'll give it to him. I'm going to put on a motherfucking show. But that Pisces rise just takes it on in. Sometimes, though, that Aquarius is arrogant and not figuring out what it is you taking on because you think you can take on everything. I'm just saying, is this making sense to y'all? I'm just saying. You got to be very, very careful. But at the very least, wash yourself off. Take some good baths. Go to the ocean. You understand what I'm saying? Try to regulate the energy that's on your body so you're not taking in any unwanted shit. Now, both Whitney and Michael Jackson, the way that they got that shit off were through drugs. Bottom line, through drugs. Drugs altered their state, so they stopped feeling what they were absorbing. Do y'all get this? I'm just saying. I'm not saying that you're a drug addict. But Mike had that drip. I keep laughing at it because I'm like, this motherfucker, who has a goddamn IV, has a drip in their house on constant, I don't want to be around. Mike, y'all know, I don't know if y'all know me like that, but I love Michael Jackson. So I'm just saying, I ain't talking shit about him. But a drip, Mike was like, oh, I'm out of here. I ain't never being normal again. Just straight numbing out. That's right. Right, Sharito? Oh, that's Jerry. That's right. Craziness. All right, one more person and then I'm done. I hope that helped you some kind of way. I think I talked a little bit too much earlier about what I was attempting to build y'all up for this Aries season that's coming on in. For one, I'm excited about it, to be truthful with you. But we got to sit back. Again, the message is sit back and pray and intuit where it is you want to go next. So when you jump off this mountain, I said this already 5 times, right? So when you jump off this mountain, you're just not jumping into a fucking abyss. You know what I mean? Okay, one more. Ooh, that's interesting. Who is born ID 1913? What's your name? I'd like to address you by your name. Oh, good, Cherry. How old is your nephew? You going to get him a reading for his birthday? How old is he? I really have an affinity for reading young folks. And when I say young folks, like under 30, you know what I mean? I read everybody, but under 30, it just kind of tickles me. It really, he's 20. So yeah. I like, I'm waiting for your name, born ID 1913. I'm waiting for you to tell me so I can address you. There you go. Josette. Fuck is wrong with Sony? Josette. All right, baby. All right. But I do have an affinity for reading youngsters because they are so wide open. And I know, for one, had I gotten the information in the way Sonia Marie and her ancestors and guides and the creator distributes it when I was their age, good God, I would have been a whole different type of person. I'm just saying. Anyway, so I love talking to them. So that'll be nice, Cherry. I can't wait for that opportunity. I'm humbled by it. Yo, Josette. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Scorpio rise, Virgo moon, Aquarius sun. Any astrologers in here? That's a mix for your ass. First of all, she got Scorpio rise, water. She got Virgo moon, earth. And she got Aquarius sun, air. Awesome. You're coming from 3 different places. Now, y'all know the sun, the moon, and the rise. And the reason why I'm reading this, just to give you a little quick little, what do I want to say? A quick little commercial is that because the sun is the ego self. That's who you are the most comfortable as, right? Your rising is how you protect yourself from your sun. Your rising. So if your sun is you naked, your rising is you with clothes on, how you go out into the world, your protection and your armor. And then your moon sign is your emotional knee-jerk reaction, your reaction to everything that goes on around you. So we're interchangeable. We're interchanging these 3 energies, right? That come off of us all day, every day. That's why I like to read the sun, moon, and rise for these quick little get downs, right? So Josette, Scorpio rise. That's interesting. When you walk into the room, you're looking at everything, observing everything and everybody. 2.2 seconds, you know who's rich, who's black, who's fat, who's old, who's sad, whose mother just died. Like, you survey the room, you survey a situation quicker than quick. Partly because you don't trust people and you don't trust situations. So you want to make sure that you are prepared and you are in some type of control from an emotional standpoint. So nothing throws you off, right? And then partly, again, because you want to be in control, because you want to make sure that you're good, because you want to make sure that nothing is overriding your own feelings. You dig? Because if it feels too heavy, you're out that bitch, right? That's what your Scorpio rise says. Your Virgo moon is quite tricky, though. She gets along with Scorpio because earth and water does get along. But that Virgo moon is very much of a service-oriented person. They like to help all the time. No problem whatsoever. When Virgo and Scorpio gets together, it's like you're determined to be a helper of some sort. You're determined to drag people out of the mud. You're determined to bring them back to life. However, that Virgo moon will also put your ass into some denial too. And then you got Aquarius sun that thinks she knows everything, because she does. No, not really. But she does kind of know a lot more things than other people because you are curious like that and you love information, right? So when you're helping people and you're out there emotionally, Virgo moon, helping people, grabbing them, taking them here to there, that's the Scorpio rise is doing it in a determined, perfect way. When I say perfect, I mean, like, you're not going to do shit half-ass, the bottom line. You know, I'm going to take somebody's grandmother to the hospital. I'm going to be there an hour earlier, 15 minutes earlier, make sure she get there, make sure she got blankets, make sure, like, you do things to the T. The Aquarius in you, however, sometimes can override what the Virgo moon is not getting. Let me say that again. Virgo moon can oftentimes go into denial. Quick, fast, and in a motherfucking hurry when it doesn't look like what you want it to look like. Now, this is the tricky part because it has help from this Aquarius energy. This Aquarius energy, Josette, is saying, I know everything. And your Virgo moon is like, okay, well, if we know everything, then we don't have to be in alignment with what's going on around us. We can easily fall into rationale and denial. You got it, right, Aquarius? You got it. You know everything. You're smart. You got that thing. Sometimes that works for you, boo-boo, and sometimes it don't. I'm just trying to say, from an emotional standpoint, you got to see what's going on before your brain tells you that you know way too much. Aquarius tells you, psh, in your arrogance, I know, I'm good. Everything is good, because it can get you caught up into some drama. Why? Because you got Scorpio on the rise, and Scorpio rise always attracts drama. Now, not in some negative shit, but Scorpio rise likes to die and be reborn. Scorpio energy loves that Phoenix shit. You know what I mean? So Scorpio energy don't see it as drama, but everybody around you sees it. It's like, why did you create that destruction? Well, because I needed to create something different, something new. Yeah, but you ain't have to burn down the shit in order to create nothing new. Just walk away. So that Scorpio energy is bringing that to you, which is in a very square position, challenging position to the Aquarius. That's 90 degrees away from the Aquarius. Aquarius and Scorpio don't like each other. And then your moon in Virgo is trying to rationalize whatever it is that you bring into its space. And if you can't rationalize and put some logic on that shit, you straight go into denial. Watch out, baby. That's all I'm going to say. Watch out. But I know one thing, you're smart as hell and you can rule the world. That's for damn sure. If you flip what I just said on its head and be more sensitive to what's around you in the light of God, you can rule the world. And I'm not just saying that on some like commercial shit. It's because you are smart and you are intelligent and we are going into your age. It's because you're so helpful that you want to do things for others, that you will pay attention to that so everybody gets what they want. And because you have that Scorpio rise, you can be determined and make sure you get it. Just don't walk too fast in yourself, because that's when arrogance come up and the know-it-all thing comes up. I hope that makes sense, because that was a lot. I'm about to go talk to the village and send the extended rundown to the village. But before I leave, let me remind you, there are a few spots available at the retreat, the 4th annual retreat in Yosemite. So go on and sign up. I put the link down. I can't tell you how incredibly like blown away that this thing is almost sold out. Like, folks are coming. Folks are coming, and I'm grateful for it, because Chief Tanaya is up there waiting for us, y'all. He's like, bring the people. I got something to say. I want to build them up and make them the warriors that I am. So anyway, go on and do that thing. You're welcome, thick madam. I hope it helped you some kind of way. I hope it helped you, Josette. I mean, maybe all of it, maybe none of it. It don't matter, but it helps somebody in here. Y'all have a beautiful, beautiful evening, all right? Be good to yourself. Stay in prayer this week. So when you jump off the cliff next week and you're ready to roll, you know exactly where you're going. You know exactly where you're going. All right? All right. Take care. Love ya.